Welcome everyone to our sacred pause in Equinox. And for those of us here on the Northern Hemisphere, we can follow our way around here to Mabom, the autumn equinox, and knowing that Rita and anyone in the Southern Hemisphere, they, I'm sure, are very happy that it is spring equinox. They've come through the dark and they're into the light. And excitedly, we're heading into the dark. The dark is where we do our deepest, most transformational work, because it's when we are just by nature slowing down and going within. Now, we play with going within at all times, but it's set up for us so that each and every year we're automatically drawn to this inner time. So as we begin this morning, let us open our circle. Now we're having our feet flat on the floor, if at all possible. Calling all of our energy back into our body. Bringing our hands into prayer pose. Another beautiful breath in and out. Feeling so much appreciation for where we are in this moment. Awesome appreciation that our dear friend Phyllis has no cast. Yay! It is so wonderful. And each of us has at least one thing that we can go, yay, about. And I just invite you to feel into that energy. Even if your big yay is, well, that didn't work out. And now I know I don't want to do that anymore. That's a yay. It's discerning, it's sifting, it's moving through time. So as we allow our hands to fall forward, we spread apart this time-space continuum, creating the space of now where we're going to play today. We notice the past out past our left hand and we thank it. And we surrender it all to the energy that creates worlds. And the future, bright and sparkly with, oh my word, unlimited potential, is out past our right hand. And we surrender all of that to the energy that creates worlds. Knowing that the tending to, the stirring of the pot, if you will, is much better done by the universe and our soul than it is by us trying to micromanage it. Here in between our hands, even as we bring them back together, is this beautiful space of now, calling in our higher selves to come to the seat of the soul. They are eagerly anticipating this vision walk to guide us each clearly on our next steps for this next period. We have 6 weeks before the next pause. Here for us in the Northern Hemisphere, we've got 6 weeks before Samhain. And for the Southern, you've got 6 weeks before Beltane. What are we going to do with it? Who will we be in 6 weeks? And allowing our guidance to show us. We don't guess at anything. We decide what we're going to create, and then we follow the path. Even as you lower your hands, you can feel this space of now around us. Calling in all of those who love us unconditionally. I know that Archangel Michael and Joan of Arc are present. I know Sophia is here with bells on. Just feeling the fairies and sprites are here as well, with it being equinox. And inviting you to call in your particular guides, the angels and entities that you work with. Bring them all into the circle. As long as they love us unconditionally, they are welcome to join us here. We also welcome the sisters of our tribe, those who are here live, those who are listening. Just feeling the camaraderie. Imagining ourselves around the bonfire. Here at the end of the longest day. We're equal day and night. Feels so good. Even if just for a moment, things are equal. Feels wonderful. So as we're moving into this beautiful, perfect balance of the equinox, we've returned here once again, light and darkness in harmony for the final harvest. We face the coming darkness with gratitude for the awarenesses and the wisdom that we have gained during the light. And we actually lean forward into the coming darkness. And when the season of barrenness blows her frosty breath on our window panes, we will be deep within. We will stoke the flames of our dreams and our visions. And as we note that autumn's grains will become spring's seeds, we can ask ourselves the question. This may be even the question you ask on your walk. What is it that I am harvesting? Let this rest in your belly. Satisfaction, deep and delicious. Completion takes skill. It takes appreciation. It takes acknowledgement. When you have lovingly tended the process and brought something to culmination, you sink the magic deep into your core, filling you with wonder and with wholeness. Many of us too often imagine that we're not at completion until the entire project is done. And yet, if we have a massive project, such as bringing our message to the world, will we ever be done? But each step along the way, this is where we what I was going to say was negative, and Sophia's changing the words. Give me a second. This is where we limit ourselves and don't allow ourselves to enjoy the full fruit. The celebration of the culmination of each step along the way. Y'all know how I am about the celebrating part. But as we celebrate, satisfaction will settle into your bones. And this is a gift that you give yourself. You breathe life into what still needs your devotion as you take the next steps. So let's embrace radical willingness. This is the season of Mabon, gathering our harvest, preparing the seeds to be planted at Yule, the winter solstice, and to spring forth in Austera, the spring equinox. And the cycle continues. This is one of my favorite Eckhart quotes. When your deeper sense of self is derived from being, when you free yourself from becoming as a psychological need, then neither your happiness nor your sense of self depends on the outcome. And so there is a freedom from fear. And taking a deep breath in and releasing it. So as we begin here preparing for our vision walk, we may feel like, okay, we've done this before. And we have, which means we're settling into a ritual that feels comfortable. It feels normal, and it's actually easier for you to settle in. We know that all the wisdom of the past, the present, and the future is contained in the real you. The vision walk is simply a way to let the ego go play. Let your mind wander somewhere else and to reconnect with your authentic self. You know, the main purpose of our vision walk is not to actually answer questions or to solve a problem, but it's to get you in touch with your deepest being. Each time you go and do a walk, you get better acquainted with the quality of your inner voice and learn a little more about how to live your authentic life. During the meditation, you'll get clear on your question and pick one question, stick with it, and it can be any question. Here are some suggestions, and I didn't realize the sun blotted that out. It's where do I go from here? These are some samples, but the question to be answered most specifically by your higher guidance. It's best for it to be specific, open-ended, or a yes or no. It also, you want it to be a question that is important to you. I really felt this one from the conversation here. about what am I harvesting. So I believe that's going to be my question. And it'll be fun to see where Sophia takes me. So we'll get clear on that. And of course, we know we're going to frame them positively. We're going to have a timer with this, whether you're setting your watch, doesn't matter what you're using, because you will probably only need 5, 10, 20 minutes to get your answer, and then you'll simply return back here. But as our minds want to do, we'll be, oh, am I late? Am I late? So if we set our timers for 30 minutes, then we can just let that go, that concern about being late. So let's begin. Taking another deep, beautiful breath, closing your eyes. We're going to just relax completely. Take another deep breath and let it out. Beautiful. Now I want you to see and feel that there's a light of your spirit that is around you. And today we're going to imagine and envision this as a luminous egg. It's shimmering silvery gold, and it's extending out about a foot beyond your physical form. It feels very protecting and soothing, bathing your body in the light of the authentic self. And as you're continuing to breathe, you notice that this luminous egg is fed by the light of the sun and the spirit that moves through all things. Now, as you inhale your next breath, breathe in this light that surrounds your body. Feel it as it enters your lungs and moves into your bloodstream. Feel this light as it rushes into your heart, and feel it as it's pumped into the arteries and capillaries that feed your physical body. Let this light, the light of your authentic self, penetrate and permeate every organ, every bone, every muscle, and every cell of your body. As you breathe in, allow yourself to be nourished by the light. And as you breathe out, release any cares about the past or the future, any sense of worry or concern, any darkness or fear. Breathe in that wonderful, renewing, rejuvenating life force energy. And again, breathe out all that does not need to remain. Allow yourself to simply sink down, down into the ocean of your own deeper consciousness. Finding yourself completely relaxed and in a deep state of inner peace. Now imagine that you're in a control room. This control room is filled with telephones and computer screens and blinking lights. And there seem to be people typing and talking on the phone and rushing to and fro. It's a very, very busy control room. Just taking a moment to observe the space, feeling the amazing energy and activity here. Knowing and sensing that this is the control room of your mind. And it's time to turn it off. The main power switch is over there on the wall next to the elevator. Walk over to the power switch. Good. Now reach up with one hand. Grab hold of the switch and hold it down. And watch the power go off in the control room. The lights dim and go out. The computer screens go blank. People slump at their desks. All activity ceases, with the exception of a few blinking lights. It's dark now. The mind is completely quiet. You won't be needing the mind for this exercise, but it will still take care of your body while you're gone. Now, right next to the power switch is an elevator with an open door. So enter the elevator. Very good. You're going to take the elevator down a few floors. So just push that heart-shaped button on the console, the one that says heart chamber. Yeah, that's it. Just push that button. And you find yourself going down now. Down into the heart chamber. Down, down, down. Very good. You gently descending into a space where you're always connected to your true self, to the real, authentic you. You're about to enter a very special room. A place of infinite peace and joy, a place of unbounded creativity and wisdom. You can already feel the energy of this wondrous space emanating from the chamber as the elevator comes to a gentle stop. The elevator doors open, and you rejoice as you step slowly into your heart chamber. You feel bathed in peace and love. Allow yourself to feel the deep joy of this homecoming. Now walk deeper into this space of truth. And take your time. Notice what the chamber looks like. Notice how it feels. Allow yourself to absorb its wonderful energy. This is the core of your being, the heart of the real you. Take another moment to savor this room. Feel your intimate connection to the earth and all creation, to plants, animals, planets, and stars. Feel your oneness with and your deep love for all humanity. And notice the portals to the past and the future. Gaze at the magical doorways that give you access to all of the wisdom of the universe. Now notice that in the middle of your heart chamber, in the very center, is a plush, reclining couch, and it is perfectly formed to fit your body. Glide over to it and take a closer look. Notice the color, and the shape, and the texture of this couch. Reach out and feel its softness. Now sit back in the couch, just sink into it, and observe your chamber from here. Never have you felt so deeply peaceful and relaxed. And as you lie back on the couch, close your eyes and allow yourself to formulate your question. Keeping it short and simple. This is the question that is most important to you now. The question you most want to receive an answer for now. You know what it is. And if you feel as if you've forgotten, just relax and it will come to you. During the next few moments, you're going to allow that question to become part of you. Focus on your question and nothing else. Dwell on your question. Feel it. Repeat it over and over like a mantra. Allow it to permeate your whole body. Allow it to seep into every cell. Become your question. And we'll take a few moments here in silence to allow this question to settle in. Beautiful. Now that your question is very clear, and now that it is contained within your entire body, begin to draw the energy of the question into your lung area. With each in-breath, see and feel the energy of your question pulling in from your extremities and compacting into your lungs. It's coming in now from your fingers and your toes, from your arms and your legs, from your head and chest and belly. The energy of your question pulls in and compacts into a ball in the center of your lungs. Notice the color and the shape. Notice how it spins as it draws more energy into itself. Keep drawing it in until all of the energy of your question is contained within this ball in the center of your lungs. Now all the energy of your question is inside your lungs. And now just imagine that you're holding a deflated balloon. It's there between your fingers. It's a flat, deflated balloon that's hanging there. You can feel the rubbery texture in your fingers. And when you're ready, lift the balloon to your lips and blow the energy of your question into it. That's right. Just blow up the balloon. The energy of your question is leaving your lungs and filling the balloon like helium. Feel it going out, watching the balloon expand as you blow. 3 or 4 good breaths should do it. Good. Now this balloon is fully inflated and the energy of your question is inside. And already you can feel the balloon straining to lift into the air. But hold on to it for another moment. I want you to be sure to tie a knot in the balloon before you let it go. Just feel the texture of the balloon in your hands as you just gently tie that knot. You can hear the rubbery, hollow sound of your fingers scraping against this fully inflated balloon. And now let's imagine we're putting colorful streamers to the balloon so it'll be more visible in the air. Oh, it looks so pretty, but it is straining to take off now. But before you let it go, see your question clearly written on the side on big, bold letters. Now, at last, hold your decorated balloon aloft in your fingers and let it go. There it goes. Look, up in the sky. Watch it sail away, up, 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 bobbing and sailing on the wind now, up into the clouds. It's getting smaller now. You can still see the streamers, smaller as it's rising into the clear blue sky. The writing is barely visible. It's getting smaller and smaller. The balloon becomes a dot and disappears. And at last, your question has been released. It has been sent and delivered to source, where all questions are immediately answered. It's as easy as ask and receive. The answer to your question has already been sent. All you have to do is find it. So in a moment, you're going to open your eyes and listen to your heart. Your heart will give you the next step. If it tells you to meditate, stay and meditate. If it tells you to walk out to a parking lot, walk to the parking lot. If it tells you to wander outside, wander outside. If it tells you to wander inside, just glide from room to room. Wherever you're instructed to be, walk there as though you were floating in a dream, very relaxed, while being attentive to the things around you. You'll receive your answer in a way that is perfect for you. It will be given in something you see, hear, smell, touch, or taste. Maybe even in something you feel or do. Don't prejudge how it will come, but it will be very specific and clear and unmistakable. Now open your eyes and prepare to begin your walk. Remembering it will take, say, 5 to 20 minutes. We're going to set our timers for a half hour. When you receive your answer, take a moment and just savor it. Feel the magic of it and the wonder of the process. Appreciate the wisdom of the real you, the no self that is unbounded by space or time or limitations. Open your heart with gratitude and appreciation. And then return here and journal about your experiences with the prompts that'll be waiting for you. And after you complete gathering your experience, share in the chat that you're complete. When everyone is ready, those who wish can share their experience. So let's begin. Set your timer and enjoy your walk. Awesome. I was obviously a latecomer here. All right, let me stop this. Didn't this fall path just feel glorious? It is way too early for that for me. Oh, well, it'll never even get like this for me. Just saying, in my dreams. I'll stop sharing. Oh, let's see. All right, excited. Who wants to share? What did you receive? What was your question and what did you receive?
I can go first.
Okay, yay.
So my question was, what do I need to do to complete my manuscript with ease?
Okay.
And the answer I got was, allow yourself to heal. You still have more to learn. Don't be in a rush. It will be worth the wait.
Oh,
that
wonderful.
Felt good. Keep the exercises going 4 times a day. Getting your wrist to function is the most important thing you can do.
Yeah.
And then I just surrendered, like, okay, I thought I had gone through so much transformation with this already, but I guess there's more to have.
Yes, and how exciting. Ah,
it is. It felt hearing like it'll be worth the wait. Yes. Felt reassuring.
Yes.
And that it doesn't have to be like scary. I think the worst is behind me as far as transforming and
And the hit I'm getting is what if the deeper transformation or the final pieces of transformation are not so much your personal as it's the earth being ready for this book, so that it doesn't sit on the shelf for however long waiting for people to be ready to receive it.
That gives me goosebumps.
I know, me too. So thank you, Sophia. I always, bottom of my feet, the end is my hair. Yeah, it's the, and sure, we can always expand. Yay, and it feels good, and we're enjoying doing it. And when you think about what is your ultimate goal, when you think about this book, you want this book to go out and just blow up in the world, an immediate impact in the world. And so the world has to be ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like that's the real, at this stage, that's the transformation. And yet, if your book was all complete, 100% ready to push go on, it would be harder to wait.
Yeah, and I always knew like the timing was not going to be this October, even though I signed on and thought that, okay, I'll do this 1-year thing. Yeah. And now I'm thinking, okay, the spring would be a great time, but guidance might say maybe it's next fall.
It might. It might.
I don't know.
And that's the beauty of it. And it's certainly not, there's a difference in, this might be my chapter in that book I'm in, Running Your Business by Source. It is not an issue of procrastination.
Mm-mm.
And you waiting.
And it's not sabotage either.
Absolutely not. It is absolutely what a source want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Waiting on the green light from source. Yeah.
Thank you.
Which is a transformational process in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for sharing. Kathleen, are you comfortable sharing your question and what you received?
There we go. Yes, I am.
Woohoo!
I am so excited with what I received. So the idea of where do I go from here was my focus. And then my specific question was, how can I create balance in home, body, and work? It's something that in my entire life, I've never had balance of all three at once. And I just had this vision of inviting people to join me on this journey. And I'm really excited about that. Just what is helping myself to use the tools that I already have to find that balance and to be okay with what that balance looks like instead of what I've always thought it was supposed to look like. And inviting people to come along on that journey with me if they'd like. And I'm really excited about it.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. Well, I stuck with the what am I harvesting? And so I went outside, and then I spend so much time, I call it my park. It's our front yard. But I spend so much time there that it's like I'm intimate with it all. So I was guided to sit on the bench for a minute, and then I'm like, dang it, I have to pee. And usually when I have that thought, it's like, don't wait a minute. But I did notice that the squirrels were busy up in the trees. And then as I'm walking back to the house, first I noticed that there's a little thing, and I picked it up, and it like 8 feet from the house, there's another roofing nail from when they did the roof in December. It's like, and they had to come out and do something else. And then he had brought with him a special machine that went over the yard to they found tons that you just can't see. And so here's another one. It's like, okay, so I took it to Jim and I said, I brought you a present I found in the yard. And then I picked it up. Okay. And then I stepped a little further, and I noticed that I don't know what it is, but anyway, the yard has a bunch of holes in them. So whether it's holes the squirrels have dug to put stuff in, or they dug stuff to take it out, I don't know what it is, but there's a bunch of holes in the yard as I'm coming in. And so I get inside, and I'm like, well, I get inside thinking, well, that was a bust. And then I'm like, well, wait, what was my question? To harvest. See, in my mind, I was like, when I thought, what am I harvesting? Almost like it's a done deal. But no, the work of the harvest is now. And so there's still things to do, like, hello, the 4 classes that I've signed up for in the last 4 days. Yep. So those. So there's still things to do. There's still, and yes, right now things feel like they're just a bunch of holes in the ground. There's holes everywhere. I'm trying to bring everything together into a beautiful bouquet bunch. And then there are still things to let go of. And that was the nail. And then the most important part was that in all of this, the number one thing is to tend to my physicality. And that was, if you need to pee, go pee. If you need to rest, drink your water, eat your right food, all the alls. So that felt like a really good answer for what am I harvesting? I'm harvesting everything I ever wanted. And because I've learned, I hold that not in tiny specifics. I hold it in a very general, I'm happy. And yep, so there's work to do. Right now, it might look like there's a bunch of holes everywhere, but that's part of the process. There's still things to let go of. And the number one thing is to tend to yourself. So that felt like a pretty good message. I love having you're in a big screen there, Kathleen. I love having you smile at me. I don't know why you're still in the screen for me, but I love it. So let's pop out our intuitive art and see if there's any more message, deeper message, or even just a no, don't go away, Kathleen. A visual representation of the message we got. I think that's what I'm going to ask for. And today's date, 9/22/2022, is a 1910-1 numerology. So it's like a new beginning. James Gray. Oh, yay. No, Russian blue. How's everyone doing? Need more time?
I need another minute or two.
Okay, perfect. right. Kathleen, how are you doing?
I'm with you.
All righty. I love how I can't spell. I think that was one of my sources of pride back in the day. Phyllis, you want to share yours?
Sure. So the drawings that I did were first these squiggle things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can see, there's 3 squiggles and a heart.
Oh, yeah, got the heart for sure. Mhm.
Yeah. So the message I got was, love the process of becoming fully functioning with your wrist, the ups and downs.
Mm.
And the colors of these ups and downs represent transforming, letting go, and new beginnings. Open and receptive, powerful and strong. And the orange heart has to do with energy, movement, and active.
Mm. It's almost like the heart is bobbing in the ocean from here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means anything, but that's what it kind of looks like.
Oh, there's a lot of movement in the drawing.
Yes. And for me, that harkens back to what we were saying, that although you and your book project feel like you might be standing still, in the background, the universe is rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel it. It just feels so good.
Me too.
Ooh. Kathleen, how about you?
Oh, mine's very basic, but I bet this actually, the symbol of the yin and the yang has been on my mind for the whole time we've been talking. And so it was kind of interesting filling it in, the texture of the dark side. Interesting. And then, just balancing everything. So pretty easy to understand.
Yes, well, and it speaks directly to your question. Mine's wackadoodle as normal. That's all right. I just have to say. All right, make sure I can see it. So the big arch at the top, I'm like, oh wait, I'm channeling Phyllis. But what's interesting is it's brown, but that brown is stable, steady, and another word that I can't read. Secure. Yeah, that would be important. So it's almost as if, going back to, if this is an image of what am I harvesting, everything's okay. There's no funny business going on. Second came this really piece here, which was Prussian blue. And blue is my serene and peaceful color. But what I kind of got from this is being fierce about staying serene and peaceful during all of this. And then I had the pink heart in a circle, which pink for me is love, of course, loving, caring, good, kind. That in all, okay, here you go. It's funny. It's fun how it comes to me while I'm telling y'all. I'm like, okay, whatever. It harkens back to that piece of being loving and kind to myself, encircling myself during this process with complete love and compassion, because it's not a big deal at all. It's not life or death, but it's a big damn deal. It's my yin and my yang, and being compassionate and loving to myself is so important. And then undergirding all of it is scarlet. And that's fiery, being alive and being joyous, laughing, smiling. So all of this harvesting work I'm doing, if I approach it that all is well, which we know it is, with total joy and aliveness, fierce serenity. I'm not going to go wandering off being upset because I've got 4 assignments due today. Why do you say yes to so many things at one time? I don't know. I like to be busy. But, and then encircling myself in total compassion. So that felt like a really good, good representation for the message that I got today. So those of you who are not here and you're playing along with our virtual game, please post your pictures. Let us know. We can feel you all here, and inquiring minds want to know what came up for you. Oh. All right. So give me a second to close the records, and then I'm going to ask you to share your diamonds. So. Kathleen, you want to share your diamond?
Yes. Just remembering that this is a sacred pause.
Yes.
That's my diamond.
Yes. Thank you. Phyllis.
My diamond is having the clarity come through of what is most important right now. Yes.
Yes. Come on, let's do some. Let's do some. I need to do it myself. Okay, what's my diamond? And I thank you, Kathleen, for bringing that up. Because actually, the next thing here on the list for the sacred pause or the walk is, now take that first step based on your answer and watch your life change for the better. And I think I'm going to change that because we do our walks on the sacred pause. So it's remembering that Mother Earth has literally stopped. She's taking a breath so she can turn to this next thing. And each one of us, we've come to, each of us, something very exciting that's next. And yet, let's hold that here and get started on it tomorrow. Go forward tomorrow. And let today be a day of sitting. Yes, yes, yes. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm urged here to share this. It was a mantra that from Mike Dooley. He did it about 5 weeks ago. And it was thank you, thank you, thank you. This is amazing. I have never felt so happy and free before. And I add, I live a charmed life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that just feels like a good send-off for Equinox. So remember, we moved a boatload of energy here today, plenty of water. Do whatever your body needs you to do. We're going to return energy. So any energy in your field that belongs to someone else, we return it to sender with love and consciousness. Return the energy in your field that belongs to something else. We're just going to release it all to the universe and let it be handled with care. Deep breath. Release it. Shake it off. And now, calling your energy back home where it belongs. Deep breath. Sensing, feeling, knowing it's riding your breath back to your field. And again. Sensing, feeling, knowing it's settling in right where it belongs. And one final time. Ending in that hug. And sharing with an energy who's returned home. I see you. I feel you and I hear you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. This has been delicious. We thank all of those who joined us, all of our guides, all of our friends here in the circle. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your presence. And it's with great love and sadness that I have to let you go. I declare our circle for the equinox complete. Well, that wasn't very loud. Let's complete that little booger. So and then I need a third one. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Namaste, my friends.